This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this precept was inspired by a video that you're going to see, who on the surface appears to be a Edomite, explaining how Donald Trump and the rest of his gang members are taking very deliberate and meticulous actions to delete any and all traces of Jake achievements and success in American history. And the thing is, as we read in the precept, this is not a new thing, okay? They want to take slavery out the books, all right? They don't tell us who originally invented certain inventions: the filament in the light bulb, the internet, the AC, the stoplight, ice cream, peanut butter, the cotton gin. You know, they like to conveniently leave all these things out. Jack Daniel's whiskey, which is damn near talked about in every country song. Right? They're on a warpath to delete all these things. And the thing is, even before that, they don't even tell you that so-called black people ruled Europe for 1,000 years. So, and it even goes further back than that, but we'll grab that after we get through watching the video. But I just want to make the point that this is nothing new with this devil. He is and always has been a person that hates us, hates who we are, hates our ingenuity. He hates our creativity, our style. He hates everything that we have and do because he can't do it and he wasn't blessed with it. So we're going to let this video play and we're going to get some scripture.
All reference. Do you want to know how bigoted the Trump administration is? Because I'm about to tell you. It's been deleting all references to black and female soldiers. That includes from the DOD website, it includes from the White House website, and I think most appallingly from the Arlington National Cemetery. These are people who fought and in some cases literally died for America. They've won awards for heroism. And they're being deleted from history because in Trump's America, you are not allowed to be black or a woman and have contributed to the country. And last night I saw a really shocking example of it. It eliminated pages commemorating a guy named Charles Calvin Rogers, a black man. Rogers retired as a brigadier general, but in Vietnam he won the Medal of Honor, America's highest medal of valor, because he defended his base from 3 separate assaults while being severely wounded 3 times. But he's a black man, so it doesn't count. And now if you Google him, here's what his page on the Department of Defense website says. It's listing him as having the DEI Medal of Honor, as if they only gave it to him because he's black. And that's where America is now. That's how bigoted these people are. If you're black, if you're a woman, if you're gay, if you're trans, if you're anything but a straight white man, anything you've got, anything you've been given, anything you've won has been given to you because you're one of those groups. Not only are they saying that prejudice and bigotry don't exist, but also the only people who can validly achieve anything are white men. Otherwise, it doesn't count. Otherwise, DEI. And somehow that even includes people who have gone out onto the battlefield and been shot and killed for their country. If we acknowledge them, somehow it's DEI. It's white male supremacy straight up. The only valid citizens are white men. Everyone else is suspect. Everyone else is second class. This has explicitly become the ideology of the Trump administration. No one has any place here but white men. And everyone else, black, brown, gay, trans, non-citizen, female, you not only have nothing to contribute to the country, according to the Trump administration, but you should be deleted from history if you had contributed something previously. You should be deleted and forgotten. Do you want to know how bigoted the...
Yep. And that's exactly how it is. And I got to correct this guy. This is not what America has become. This is what America has always been in the eyes of the so-called white man who is bad Uncle Esau. This is the land that he envisioned when he raped, robbed, and murdered. to achieve what he has today. This is the vision that he had in mind. A nation born in bloodshed to be a place that is by a small group of white people for a selected small group of so-called white people. That is it. And see, with this agenda that they have of the NWO, they're trying to rewrite history and make it seem that anything, as he said, anything and everything done in America was made by a so-called straight white man. All right, we are literally living out Fahrenheit 451. If you don't know what that is, please go either read the book, watch the old movie, or watch the new movie. I think it's with Michael Clark Duncan. Michael B. Jordan. My bad. Michael B. Jordan, the brother that played in Creed. Yeah. It's one of those things that you can't be surprised by this guy's actions. And the scripture even tells us that he was going to do such a thing. This is Job. We're going to get real basic here. Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So we have a situation where the wicked, who is bad Uncle Esau, read Malachi, the 1st chapter, 3rd and the 4th verse. The Lord prophesied a time where this devil would be in power. And that in his quest for power and to maintain power, and as bad Uncle Esau says, the status quo, okay, he would cover up the faces of the judges. Who is that? The Israelites. Okay, Psalm 147. How he said he showed his law to Jacob, his laws and statutes to Jacob. He has not dealt so with any other nation. Okay. The only people who have the correct and righteous law to judge are the Israelites. So when it says he covers the faces of the judges, it's talking about the Israelites. Trying to cover up history. Just like when you go to Europe, you see all these images of the Mary and Joseph and Moses. They're depicted as leprous. But then when you look deeper into the history of Europe, you start seeing icons that prove different. Okay, we also can go to Maccabees. I want to say it's the second Maccabees. Yep, First Maccabees 3, and I'm going to start at 46. It says, wherefore the Israelites assumed themselves together and came to Maspha over against Jerusalem, for Maspha was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads, and rent, meaning to tear their clothes, and laid open the book of the law, the Bible, where the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. He's covering the faces of the judges, which, as we read here, as it tells you, these are the Israelites. So, at the end of the day, it's nothing new. that this devil is doing that should be, wow, I can't believe that he wants to do that, or why does he want to cover it up? It's just that's what he does. As the scripture tells us, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. What does the scripture also tell us? That he oppress a man, even a man in his heritage. Micah 2, and I'm going to start at 1 because that fits with it too. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, our history, our legacy that we leave behind. And you know what? Let's get that word for heritage in Micah 2 and 2. Just so we can make sure we on point. Nahala. Possession, property, inheritance, heritage, property, portion, shared, inheritance, portion. All right. So part of our inheritance is this truth, because you have to remember that the Lord said, hey, let this be let me just get it. Let me put it on pause and find it real quick. I can't find it. I was trying to find it, but I can't remember how. I can't remember how it's worded. But this law is part of our inheritance. Okay, this is something that the Lord gave to the children of Israel. I think it just came to me. Hold on for one moment. Okay, Deuteronomy 6 and 6, it says, and these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt take of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the post of thy house and on thy gates. All right. So this is something that parents are supposed to teach to their children as an inheritance for generations and generations. All right. But this is what this devil does. He oppresses a man, his house, and his heritage. This guy's so hateful, he doesn't want any trace of Israelite influence in history, especially America. But we are in the time with so much information coming out that, was it 2nd Ezra 6 and 27? And it says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. Because as bad as this devil's trying to cover things up, thanks to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai putting the spirit on his men to preach this gospel to everyone around the world, Jakes for salvation and the heathen to know their judgment. All right, folks are starting to realize, like, hey, we know what you up to. And the sad thing is, you have no shame in doing it. It's so blatantly obvious that it's not something that you look at and say, well, this is a mistake. We did some research and found out that this guy really had the patent for it. No. Even your own people, bad Uncle Issa, starting to realize this is nothing but a smear campaign fueled by 666% pure hatred. But the cat's out the bag. You can't do nothing now. All right? And all your attempts to continue to cover up history is only going to be met with more truth. So that's all I want to say on this. I hope you all were edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.